What's going on, YouTubers? It is your boy Dalyxman, and welcome to another edition of Dalyxman's Q&A Corner every Wednesday. Although this is Thursday, but usually every Wednesday I answer your questions in under 15 minutes. So if you have a question for me, please send it to my Ask FM page, and if you're lucky, you will get your question answered in an upcoming Q&A. Now, I usually put a link down here on the screen. I haven't been doing that for the last few videos. I will try to this time. If it's there, it's there. But if you don't see the link here on the screen, it's down below in the description box. So with that said, let's get started. Should the Ascension be on the main roster and not NXT? I think they should. I think right now the WWE is lacking some major tag teams, and this is the perfect time for the Ascension to make a debut and wreck shop on the main roster. So yes, I do think they should. Is Dolph Ziggler better as a babyface than a heel? I think he's a better face than a heel. I think he's just naturally likable. There's something about his personality that doesn't really make you hate him. He's just a likable, respectful, admirable guy. He works hard, he goes out there and delivers a great performance, and whether he's a douchebag or not, it doesn't matter. That's very admirable of a performer. So yeah, I think he just works better as a face. You can't really hate Ziggler. Even if you wanted to, you can't hate him. You think Sting versus Undertaker will happen at WrestleMania 30. The likelihood of that is very high. So I would like for it to happen. I would love for it to happen. Especially if it's Sting and the Undertaker's last match for them both respectfully. So yes, I'm going to say yes to that. Hey Dalyxman, hi. Who do you think is the most underutilized WWE Superstar on the roster? That's a good question. I would have to go with Tyson Kidd. I think Tyson Kidd is an amazing talent, and the fact that they're not doing much with him on the main roster is ridiculous. And the crazy thing is, he does a lot of awesome stuff on NXT. And when I see what he does on NXT, I think to myself, why aren't they doing this with him on the main roster? Granted, they just started doing this with him on main event, but who watches main event? If you want me to talk about someone who doesn't get TV time, I guess Justin Gabriel. He barely gets TV time on NXT and WWE. Maybe he wrestles on Superstars. Is he even in the company? I don't know. Regardless, maybe he would be someone. I don't know anybody else that really fits that mold. You can argue Kofi Kingston. I think he should be in the main event right now, but what do I know? Regardless, Tyson Kidd to me is the one that I think is the most underutilized. So there you go. How would you feel if the Boogeyman returned to the WWE? The Boogeyman. Man, he was entertaining. Not the best wrestler, but I really did like him. You know what? I'm all for it. I think the show could use a little more variety. I think his character would stand out amongst a pretty bland roster. And, sure, I wouldn't mind it. I'm the Boogeyman, and I'm coming to get ya. That's cool. Oh boy, here we go. Dalyxman, your thoughts on the recent update of the WWE Network subscribers? Well, I just read this report too. I'm pulling it back up because I want to talk about it. This is a big question. It might take the rest of the video, but I'll try to keep it short. I think they went from 675,000 to about 731,000. This is including the global subscribers. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I could tell you that they could put more content on there, like old school Raws and old school SmackDowns, original content. I think the original content is good, and the free pay-per-views, you know, it just, again, it comes down to what product you are giving them nowadays. And I'm sorry, as much as WWE wants to tell you that their product is as good as it's ever been, it's not. It just isn't, and the numbers are showing it. You know, people nowadays are not into wrestling. It's not because wrestling is boring and wrestling is not popular. No. The people who are running the wrestling business isn't making it good. And until the people in WWE, the executive branch and the WWE realize that what you are giving your audience just doesn't appeal to a massive audience, you're going to get the exact same results. 731,000 subscribers out of how many people watch your show each week? 4 million? You can't get 1 million subscribers. You can't. And it's funny to me that most of these people that have subscribed to the WWE, I'm pretty sure are the internet fans. The same internet fans that the WWE doesn't like and pretty much think don't know what they're talking about and feel like they don't need to appeal to. Well, this fan base is what's keeping your main source of revenue. Now, I'm not saying, this is their only source of revenue, but based off of what I'm reading in reports and hearing through the grapevine, this is their main source. They are throwing all their eggs into the basket that is the WWE Network, and it's not doing so well right now. And it's a reflection on their product. They don't have enough characters, storylines, feuds to get people invested enough to pay $9.99 a month. $9.99 a month. That's a steal, man. That's just what, $2 more than Netflix? The difference between WWE and Netflix gives them a return on their price. I really don't think the WWE product as it is right now is a great enough return for $9.99. And that's sad. The WWE needs to look themselves in the mirror and realize the way things are, fans are not going to spend money on their product. Not a lot of fans. There are some fans that do it, the loyal people like me, and of course you guys watching me. But let's be real. The John Cena era is dead. It's not working. It's not benefiting the company. It might be what's keeping them alive, which is what I don't believe. I don't think John Cena is keeping the WWE alive. I think the WWE name brand itself is what's keeping it alive. I think if John Cena had left, the company would most likely be in better shape, but I don't think it would be any better. You know what I'm saying? The WWE itself is what's keeping the WWE up, not John Cena. But WWE feels like it is John Cena, and I think that's a problem. Okay? They need to really evaluate themselves. They have to take a look in the mirror and realize that what you are giving your audience or trying to give to the massive audience just isn't appealing. This is what happens, in my personal opinion, when you don't listen to your audience. You give the fans what you think is best for business. When all you have to do is just open your damn ears and listen to your audience. And I promise you, things will get better. And until you do that, WWE, this is what you're going to get. So that's my thoughts on that. Moving on. Are you watching Lucha Underground on the El Rey network? Nope. Is it online somewhere where I can watch it? If it is, link me. Or tell me where I can catch it. Because I do want to watch it. I hear Matt Stryker is doing commentary on the show. So, why not? What do you think will be a better WrestleMania 31 match? Reigns versus Lesnar or Reigns versus Cena? Reigns versus Lesnar, without question. I'm sorry, but Reigns versus Cena sounds like one of those corporate matches that honestly might not go over as well as the WWE think it will. Well, it probably will if they play up Cena as the heel figure. I'll believe that. And if they want Reigns to be a face, you probably want Cena and not Lesnar. At this point, I think Lesnar might be more of a face than Reigns might be, so we'll see what happens. But I think the better match would be Reigns versus Lesnar. So there you go. What are you going to do for your 500th video? Is this my 500th video, or is this... I don't know what video I'm at. Let me check real quick. I think I'm at video 497, so this is going to be video 498. No, this is actually my 500th video. Hey, there you go. 500 videos, guys. Thank you for watching me. You watched. I'm pretty sure you guys haven't watched all of my 500 videos, have you? If you have, thank you. You guys are awesome if you did. But anyways, yeah, this is what I'm doing for a Q&A. Your thoughts on Kurt Angle deciding to stay at TNA? Well, I don't know. I mean, I think Kurt Angle tried, well, I'm going to assume he tried to go back to WWE. I don't know the full story, but I'm assuming he tried to go back to WWE. Unfortunately, he didn't like the scheduling, and they wasn't willing to work with him. So he decided to stay in TNA. That's his prerogative. I think it's a bad move because, honestly, TNA, it looks more and more like it's going to do what I thought it was going to do from the beginning of this year, which is go out of business. I mean, based off of what I'm reading, their tapings end in like a couple of weeks, and it's just repeats, reruns until the end of the year. So that's bad. I don't know if Kurt Angle wants to be a part of a company that just looks like it's not going to work out anymore. So hey, that's his decision. I don't think it's a good decision, but Kurt Angle is at that level where he can make any decision he wants, and I'm always going to respect what he does in the wrestling business. But it is what it is. Your thoughts on The Undertaker working as an advisor at NXT? He is? I didn't know that. Maybe I've been out of the loop a little bit too long. But if he is, awesome. I think, honestly, that's really freaking good. I think he is the best, or one of the best choices to help work with talent down there. He's wise. He knows what it takes to have a great match. And damn, that must be good for them. I think that's a great thing for those talents. Let me see. Do you think John Cena is an all-time great? As much as I don't like his character, I think there's an argument that can be made for him being an all-time great. Do I think he's the greatest of all time? No. He's not the greatest of all time. Is he one of the best? Yes, there's enough to at least say he's one of the best. Is he the best? No. Anytime the WWE plays him up as the best, I turn myself off. But if you want to argue that he's like top 20 best wrestlers of all time, sure, I don't care. I'm fine with that. As a matter of fact, I would most likely agree with that. Top 20, sure. But number one? No. I don't care if John Cena won 30 world championships in his lifetime. He will never be the number one greatest wrestler of all time. Kiss my ass. Your thoughts on the Shawn Michaels versus Triple H feud from 2002 to 2004. One of the best of all time. Clearly. Great feud, great matches, no arguing it. And had one of the best Hell in a Cell matches I've seen too. So, I love that feud. What is the worst match of all time? The worst match of all time? I don't know. There's been so many of them. Any match from Heroes of Wrestling. That pay-per-view was garbage. Any match from that pay-per-view is considered to be one of the worst matches of all time. It was brutal. Worse than Michael Cole and Jerry the King Lawler at WrestleMania. And I will argue that to the fullest. Do you think Marvel should make a Black Widow movie? Sure. Honestly, they're already going to do, if I'm not mistaken, Captain Marvel. Female version of Captain Marvel. Don't see why we can't do Black Widow. I think it would be awesome. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end it right there, because I think I've gone on my limit. So with that said, this is your boy, Dalyxman, signing off. Catch you next week. Peace.